Meghan Markle posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown. It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you watch it.
1 month, 2 months, 3 months, hit the baby mama when I step into the house.
She's
Yeah, I'm pregnant,
supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly.
In the next couple of minutes, you're going to see Meghan Markle unleash a dance so awkward, so gloriously uncoordinated, it made the royal guard blink, seriously. And right on cue, Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan pounced like gossip-hungry hawks at a yoga retreat. Was it a dance or a cry for help in interpretive form? We may never know. But one thing's for sure, this clip has more secondhand embarrassment than Prince Harry at a family reunion. Buckle up.
She spreads her legs, she hikes her dress, she circles her genitals around and around. Okay. This is deeply problematic on a number of levels. Number one, here's the problem. We don't like you, Meghan Markle. We don't like you.
Meghan Markle has done it again. Just when we thought the Duchess of Delusion couldn't possibly find a new way to embarrass herself on a global scale, she pirouetted straight into viral infamy with a dance video so awkward, it made dad dancing at weddings look like Swan Lake. If cringing were an Olympic sport, Meghan would have landed gold, silver, and a restraining order from Rhythm itself.
South Park rules.
They fucking rule.
They went at Harry and Meghan.
She's suing
And
them.
they're trying to sue him. It's like, don't
What are you?
fucking
You're suing South Park?
kick that hornet's nest. Do not.
Really?
You know, like,
Well, you know what's going on. Someone wanted a lot of attention, and now they got it.
that was the whole episode.
That was the app.
Yeah.
That was the
They're like,
premise.
is that what it was? Like, we want privacy, and they keep going on every magazine.
Yeah.
and news.
Be a regular person.
Yeah.
Go get a job in an office.
Somewhere in Montecito, there's probably a publicist hyperventilating into a paper bag while Meghan twirls like she's starring in a tampon commercial no one asked for. Not since Prince Harry juggled oranges for Oprah has there been such a majestic display of misplaced enthusiasm. And who better to give it the sarcastic roasting it deserves than Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly, the unofficial king and queen of Did She Really Just Do That? Commentary.
And no amount of posting videos that you think are going to humanize you will make us like you. You've already shown us your true colors. We know who you are. You helped kill the queen. You didn't give two shits about calling the royal family racist while Prince Philip was on his deathbed and casting aspersions on him. You have completely undermined all the amazing gifts that this family has given you as nothing and suggested that they didn't care you were suicidal and they were the ones who drove you there.
Let's start with the dance. Imagine a high school drama teacher trying to relive their glory days, except replace glory with delusion and dance with limbs in crisis. Meghan flailed across the screen with the energy of someone who watched one TikTok and decided she, too, could be a Gen Z icon. Unfortunately, her body missed the memo. Her arms moved like she was fighting off invisible bees. Her legs looked like they were in a custody battle with gravity. If rhythm were a language, she'd be speaking fluent Martian.
Well, I'm a little upset with Prince Harry, but other than that, it's working out really well.
Are you mad that he left the throne or whatever the fuck he did?
No, I mean,
Doesn't it make sense?
well, it probably makes sense because, I don't know that he's the sharpest tool in the box, and he's probably thinking we can make a lot more money if. But they're not supposed to make any money off of being a member of the royal family, and yet they've trademarked apparently sort of their brand.
One proper look at the video, and it was assumed it was a deep fake or an experimental therapy session because really, what else do you call a grown woman married to a prince, pirouetting in linen pants like she's auditioning for a parody of So You Think You Can Dance? Royal Edition? And Megyn Kelly? Well, she didn't just roast Meghan. She microwaved her, rotated halfway, then hit the popcorn button just to be petty. Because when your entire brand is built on pretending to escape the shackles of royalty while simultaneously begging for a Netflix check, and you follow it up with an interpretive dance that screams, I read one book on chakras, you're basically begging for satirical euthanasia. Let's zoom out for a second. Meghan Markle has always been on a quest to redefine what it means to be royal. She's just doing it one awkward public meltdown at a time. First came the tearful interviews, then the Hallmark Reject podcasts, and now this, A dance video so humiliating, it made Prince Andrew's interview look like a TED Talk. This wasn't just cringe. This was premium, artisanal, farm-to-table cringe. A curated embarrassment. The kind of content you show your enemies when you want them to block you out of secondhand shame. Meghan twirling around like she just discovered her reflection is not the spiritual rebirth she thought it was. It's performance art for the terminally confused.
Meghan, there. Is that a real baby bump, or has she strapped it on? Because
weird.
She's got form for strapping on baby bumps. So what do you think as you see it? I think
there's something very wrong with that shape, in my view. I don't know. Look, I'm mesmerised, but I'm kind of. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, I'm glad the Queen is no longer with us, because oh my lord, how she would be shuddering at those images. It's so undignified.
And let's be honest, you know it was meant to be profound. She probably envisioned herself as the next great feminist shaman, connecting with her inner goddess while shuffling like she's stuck in slow-motion buffering. Except the only thing she connected with was the collective eye roll of the internet. Megyn Kelly didn't just point out the obvious. She laughed so hard you could practically hear her keyboard crack under the weight of sarcasm. This wasn't a takedown. It was a ceremonial burial of Meghan's credibility, with glitter jazz hands and a eulogy delivered by logic. And Joe Rogan? He dissected that video like it was an alien artifact. There was genuine confusion mixed with deep philosophical despair, as if Meghan's flailing limbs personally offended his MMA instincts. Watching that clip was like seeing a yoga retreat break into a hostage situation. And Joe, being the man of grounded testosterone that he is, couldn't resist asking the question. Not in a poetic sense, just literally. Why? The sad truth is, Meghan still thinks she's in a coming-of-age film, that every public embarrassment is just another scene in her epic story of self-discovery. Meanwhile, the rest of us are watching a mid-season train wreck that refuses to end, now with interpretive dance breaks and a Spotify rejection letter taped to the wall.
Like the gross disrespect to the intimacy and privacy of marriage and childbirth. You know, there are some moments that are supposed to be between a husband and a wife only. And the moments before you give birth to your child is one of them, when you are together in that room and your child is coming. And maybe you do have a fun moment. This is not how I spent my moments before giving birth, but maybe you do have a fun moment, but it's private. It's actually holy.
The air of someone who just escaped a bad relationship with the truth. She moved like someone who once read an article about expressive movement during a layover at LAX and decided she, too, could be the face of spiritual liberation. Meghan, it's not expression, it's a cry for help in interpretive jazz. At this point, you could put Meghan Markle in a cardboard box and she'd still find a way to make it about finding her voice. And that's exactly what Megyn Kelly shredded with the precision of a cynical surgeon. The self-importance, the faux enlightenment, the idea that Meghan dancing like a broken lawn sprinkler is somehow empowering.
Yes, here's my point. They can do whatever the fuck they want, but it would have been nice if they told their grandmother so that she didn't have to find out about it on the news. I thought that was kind of
The Queen?
spotted dick move, but yeah.
Spotted dick.
Yeah.
The Queen.
The Queen.
She found out on Twitter. Has Prince Harry left the throne?
That is a remarkably accurate
Thank you.
voice.
I've worked hard at it.
She's so she found out on TV, but you know they want to be financially independent. You know they trademarked the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in a variety of different ways, apparently, and she's going to go back to doing whatever she did. And
It's that little American hussies he's hooked up with.
Meghan didn't just drag her. She gift-wrapped the dragging, tied it with a bow of mockery, and delivered it straight to Montecito. And if Meghan's dance was meant to silence the haters, well, it had the opposite effect. It supercharged them. The dance was less mic drop and more trip over the mic, knock over the camera, burst into tears, and blame colonialism. Joe Rogan, who usually spends his time talking about gorillas and psychedelics, somehow made more sense in this moment than Meghan ever has. He looked at her public meltdown and just shook his head like a disappointed gym teacher. That's when you know it's bad. When Joe Rogan is the voice of reason, it's time to sit down, hydrate, and rethink your life. And the reactions? Unhinged glee. Twitter became a virtual mosh pit of sarcastic takes. TikTok turned it into a challenge. Recreate Meghan's dance without hurting yourself. Instagram influencers were doing frame-by-frame breakdowns like it was the Zapruder film. But Meghan, in her eternal delusion, probably thinks she started a movement. She'll call it the Duchess flow. There'll be a book, a guided meditation, a scented candle that smells like misplaced ambition, all in the name of empowerment. Which, in Meghan speak, translates roughly to, please clap.
Clap. She's reportedly bullied virtually everybody who's ever worked for her. She can't keep a staff in London. She can't keep a staff in Montecito. She's a bully. She's obsessed with her own ego, face on television, etc., and playing the victim. And for her to need to make it into an ego trip, which she's clearly doing. Look at me dancing. I'm still fun and I'm sexy and I have this great marriage. And here's Harry being like a normal guy. Is disrespectful, I think, to the moment, to the child, and truly to like the sanctity of what goes on for any humans who are actually in that situation. She's drunk on her own ego.
Let's not forget, this is the same woman who once ghosted her entire family, accused the royal household of conspiracy, and declared war on breakfast television, and now wants us to believe she's just a free spirit twirling in the wind. It's not freedom, it's flailing with flair. Even the lighting in that dance video looked like it wanted to escape. The sun hit her like it was trying to slap her out of it. Birds in the background could be heard audibly judging. Nature itself recoiled. Megyn Kelly, true to form, weaponized every syllable with a tone so dry it could ignite wildfires. She dismantled Meghan's dance dreams in real time. You could hear the eye roll between every word. She didn't just critique the choreography. She critiqued the psychology, the backstory, the delusion, and the Target leggings. Meanwhile, Harry's probably somewhere in the background trying to figure out how the Wi-Fi works so he can post a supportive emoji. Poor guy looked like he stumbled into a live-action audition for Step Up. Divorce court. There are only so many times you can say, she's just expressing herself, before your eye starts twitching involuntarily. The Meghan Markle saga has gone from inspirational to inexplicable. What started as a royal fairy tale has mutated into a reality show hosted by regret, and this dance video is the crown jewel of cringe. A living, breathing example of what happens when you surround yourself with yes men and ignore every red flag fluttering in the wind like Meghan's linen blouse.
Do you know what every working mother out there in America and the UK and beyond does when they're pregnant? Shut up. No one cares that you were pampered day and night and then you had to go out and be loved and adored by a bunch of people while you're... Shut the F up. We all go to work every day. It's very fucking hard. I don't feel sorry for you. You know, like I didn't have people bringing me my meals and rubbing my feet at the end of the day, as I guarantee you these two did. No one cares. Our sympathies aren't with you. They are with the women who work 2 or 3 jobs just to put food on the table, who have husbands who aren't present, who are already supporting kids, who are in shitty jobs so they're not going to get a vacation. I don't care. You know what? She can't get over it.
Meghan Markle has done it again. Just when we thought the Duchess of Delusion couldn't possibly find a new way to embarrass herself on a global scale, she pirouetted straight into viral infamy with a dance video so awkward, it made dad dancing at weddings look like Swan Lake. If cringing were an Olympic sport, Meghan would have landed gold, silver, and a restraining order from rhythm itself.
South Park rules.
They fucking rule.
They went at Harry and Meghan.
She's suing
And
them.
they're trying to sue him. It's like, don't
What are you,
fucking
you're suing South Park?
kick that hornet's nest. Do not.
Really?
Oh my-
Well, you know what's going on. Someone wanted a lot of attention, and now they got it.
That was the whole episode.
That was the ep.
Yeah.
That was the
They're like-
premise.
Is that what it
they're
was?
Like, we want privacy, and they keep going on every magazine.
Yeah.
and news.
Be a regular person.
Yeah.
Go get a job in an office.